Hi, Richie.
Hi, Anthony.
Hey Chris, Anthony, sorry.
Right, that's us on Facebook now. So morning, everyone.
Morning,
We're up to
Ian.
week 14 of our broadcasts, and this morning we have Dancing to Heal with Wendy. So this is the first of the week, and this is the standing up version. So I will pass you over to Wendy.
Hi everyone, welcome to another session. Hi, Dancing to Heal. So we're going to have some fun. I've got some different tracks and we're going to do some punches and things today and have a bit of fun with it. So let's do our safety checks first. So from where you're going to be standing, make sure you've got plenty of room to stretch out your arms around you and check that the floor space is clear. Now, it's really good to take your shoes off if you can. If you're going to take your shoes off, make sure you put them in a safe place out of the way. All right, so I shall be putting the music on and I will stand further back. So just do what you can and let's have some fun.
Oh, Richard.
Right, here we go. Okay, so just checking your space around is nice and clear, plenty of room to stretch out your arms. Let's take a long breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Lovely. Now we're going to begin by activating the joints, all the 13 major joints, and get the energy running around the body, awakening us up. So let's start with the ankle. Choose an ankle, begin to move that ankle and the foot, give the toes a wiggle about, and bring in some moves there that feel okay for you. Remember, it shouldn't hurt. Tweak the movements so we connect into pleasure rather than pain. And let's move up to that knee joint. See how that knee feels to you. And get some movement there in your own unique way. Everyone's different. Lovely. Some moves of that knee. And then we move up to the hip. So you might manage some pelvic circles. And you could put your hand to the joint to help you to sense the joint. You might manage some hip bumps. How about hip bumps? Lovely. So some movement in that hip. And then we move on to the wrist. Maybe some rotation of the wrist. And here we can also add the fingers and the thumb. And we can also watch the hand as it travels. So we get some head-eye movement there. Beautiful. Play with those moves. And then moving on to the elbow joint. Elbow. You might get some flexibility there. Some different moves with the elbow. Beautiful. And then to the shoulder joints. Maybe starting with smaller moves. And then if you want to go bigger with the arm stretches, reaching out, circular movements. Arm, shoulder joints. Notice how that feels for you. Okay, so let's connect to the spine. So from the top of the head really, all the way down to the coccyx, the bottom of the spine. How about side-side movements? So we get that spinal movement there. Jaw slightly relaxed. Beautiful. Okay, we're also going to do the spinal roll. If you want to join me, take up a stance wider if you can, and just soften the joints so the knees are slightly bent. And let's come down looking up, and when you get to your depth, let the head hang and come up looking down. Lovely. And let's do that the other way. So soften the joints, come down, looking down. Get to your depth. Chin up, look up, and come up, looking up. Beautiful. And then side, side again. Spinal movements. And then onto that other shoulder. Maybe small at first, and if you want to take that arm in big circles, it might feel different from one side to the other. Lovely. Shoulder, and then to the elbow, that elbow joint. Beautiful. To the wrist, rotation, fingers and thumb, make the move. Watch the hand as it travels. To the hip, circular movements, pelvic circles, hip bumps, if you can, your choice. And to the knee. And then down to the ankle, include the toes. Okay, so closed stance, open. A is a little wider, and then sumo is the widest stance. Start it closed. Just stepping out with one side, that open. A and sumo. Let's go back to closed with a little bit of movement. Open, about shoulder width apart. A, so we're making that A shape. A little bit of movement in the body. Sumo. So we go back to A. Let's go this way. Open. Ready to go back to A? 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. This way. Let's have a little bit more movement in the arms. 2. 1 and 2. You can go deeper if you want to. A. Sumo is where you can maybe go deeper. Play with those arm movements. You got it. And back to A. And again. And get ready for a new move. Let's take 1 foot back slightly and lift and lower. Palms facing up. Okay, now forwards back to you. See if you can get a wave of the spine. Let's change the leg. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Forwards back. Wave of the spine. Now get ready to go through those stances. We're going to add a punch at the end. Closed, open, A, and that punch. Closed, open, A, ha. Closed, open, A. You can sound it if you want to. Open, A, ha. Let me see you punch, ha. So it's an outward punch. So we're throwing those wrists back. And then we punch outwards. Ha! 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 Can I hear? Ha! It's good for the core. Let's do that sink and rise. Palms up. Forward, back. To you. Let's change the legs. Sink and rise. Forward, back. To you. And get ready to go through the stances with that punch. Closed, open, ha! Ha! Outward punch. One more. Well done. So we're going to do some air punches. On the other side. You can tap the foot. And the other side. And we're going to do some cross punches. And we're going to do a little circle, then pull. Let's go. Cross punch. Here we go. Your way. Under. Imagine you're ducking and then pulling. Let's punch. Other side. And again. Get ready for the cross punches. Duck and pull. Sink and rise. Let's do a little circle with the arm. Spinning. Get ready for rumble feet. Can you rumble the feet? Whoa, rumble those feet. Get ready for those punches. Other side. Tap the foot if you want to. Let's hold. Get ready to hold the punch. Hold it. Now can you move the hips? Change the side. Movement of hips. Let's get ready for those cross punches. Sink. Duck. You got it. Hold it. And let's do another one at that side. Well done. So let's just begin to move those hands around the body. Ah, beautiful. Palm directions around the body. Take your feet closer together, reaching out. Open the stance, feet about shoulder width apart. Still moving those hands, those palm directions. How about moving those feet a little wider to A stance? Or even wider to sumo. And notice that you can maybe sink a little deeper. If you've got the feet in a wider position, there's more stability there. So just play with that. And let's just imagine that we're creating that lovely bubble of space around us. It could be your happy space or a bubble of protection, whatever you want it to be. Okay, walking those feet in a little to a comfortable position. Let's liven up the fingers and the thumbs. Fingers and thumbs moving into what we call creepy crawlies around the body. Notice the rotation of the waist as you turn. Feet still planted in the same position. Fingers and thumbs moving around your body. Let's stretch out the fingers. Stretch them out further, further, as far as you can reach. And then let's see if you can do that middle finger crossover. So it's middle finger crossed over the index. You might need to help with the other hand and some rotation of those wrists. Can you rotate the wrist and just turn as if you're turning a door handle maybe? Rotation of the wrists and then stretch out the fingers again. Stretch them out. Beautiful. Now some of you might remember this one. We call it spear finger. Can you do that? Spear finger, and then point those spear fingers in the different directions around the body. Okay, and stretch out the fingers again, and then make a fist. Can you make a fist? Strength and then let go. Fist, make some strength there and let go. Stretch out the fingers and then rub the palms together. The palms of the hands together as if you're warming your hands up on a cold day. Lovely. Now point the fingertips down as you rub the palms of the hands together. Point the fingertips down and then point them up. Lovely. And then point them out from your center towards community, the rest of the room, anyone that's towards you, and then take out those hands and take them by your side. You might sense some tingling in your hands at this point. Okay, let's take those hands up and down. Beautiful. Now at this point, just notice how you feel, how your feet feel, stepping into a comfortable stance, and just notice if you can feel and sense the soles of your feet, the bottoms of your feet touching the floor. Notice that, and then just notice if you can sense your ankles, your knees, your hips, your wrists, elbows, shoulders, and the spine. Can you sense that spine? Keeping the jaw slightly open really helps to take away the tension. Beautiful. And again, just moving those hands around your body, checking the space around, the comfort of your little bubble. And then just walk those feet in as close as you feel comfortable with. Take a breath. Take those hands up as you look up. And take them down as you look down. And then bring them towards you. Lovely. And take one hand to shoulder and one to the other shoulder. That's it. And just gently, just give yourselves a hug. A big hug and a clap. You deserve a clap. Well done. So as the music finishes, I'm going to walk towards and we can have a little chat about the session.
We're all back on camera now. You have to unmute yourself because I muted you during that exercise.
That's nearly finished now.
Nice and twinkling in the background.
So we've still got a little bit of music finishing off in the background. There we go.
Everyone enjoy that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Good. I could see some moves there.
Yeah, Daniel joined us a few times and dropped out. And I think he can maybe see us, but he can't. We can't see him.
All right. Yeah. See, there's another person there.
Yeah, Daniel would be usually on site, but he's at home today.
Okay.
He's joined us via
Right.
Zoom.
That was good.
Is the sound okay for you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it could be a tiny bit louder. I think.
Oh,
Just tiny bit.
louder, because I switched it down for
Yeah.
this one.
No,
We'll get it right.
It was the two tracks in the middle were. Well, it's maybe just my speakers in here, but just the two tracks in the middle seemed a little quiet.
Okay, well, I'll turn it back up for the next one.
Right, I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook now and stop us on there. Do you want to give a wave to people on Facebook? Bye.
Bye.
Bye.